On September 2024, a vehicle was spotted speeding. Initially, the suspect was supposed to pull over for a simple traffic violation. Instead, the driver sped off, triggering a dangerous pursuit. The car raced at high speeds, swerved across lanes, and nearly caused accidents.
That trash truck would have been bad. And getting back over, he was safe right there for just a few moments. Right now, that vehicle really starting to pick up some speed again. You just don't want to see anybody get hurt.
And so now it looks like... Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, I believe that they have basically just given it up. They've walked away from it. As I understand it, we don't even have a helicopter except for Skyfox over this right now. So if they're watching, they may choose to re-engage if they have an officer in the area. But right now, this vehicle just driving very recklessly. We're making our way over to Rinaldi, southbound 405 freeway. And again, the California Highway Patrol, when they break off like that, it is because of safety. And they're keeping the public safe. So they have to do what they have to do. And right now, this driver, really, it just kind of shows you there's nobody chasing this person. He should really just calm down and see some normal driving, but we have yet to see that happen.
And so when they back off and they peel away like this, of course, for safety, as you've just mentioned, does that mean, like, how do they apprehend, in your experience with these, how do they apprehend an individual like this?
Well, a lot of times it is just as we were talking about. They just kind of have to weigh it. It's like right now this person is just wanted for speed. They would get that license plate number, as they have that license plate number. They'll probably just...
Police units and the Skyfox helicopter continuously tracked the suspect. However, since the individual was only wanted for speeding and the prolonged chase posed significant risks to the public, authorities were forced to temporarily back off for safety. Throughout the pursuit, the suspect repeatedly swerved, cut off other vehicles, and nearly caused serious accidents.
Southbound 405, and this vehicle now just kind of blending into traffic as it should. We'll keep an eye on it, I'm sure, but as far as the actual pursuit portion, I believe that that part is over, and right now they're just going to kind of keep an eye on it.
All right.
Stu.
Thank you, Stu. And we're gonna keep an eye on that.
Kind of leisurely on a morning walk.
You know, that I love the fact that that frustration seeps through. A lot of folks feel that same way. You know, you watch these guys, and you know, I'm gonna go out on a limb and call this gentleman a knucklehead because of all that crazy driving. I mean, like you said, he put so many people at risk this morning, going the wrong way. You know, I mean, can you just imagine just driving on the roadway and then have this car barreling down right at you?
Of course.
We did see at least one Jeep like swerve out of the way. So he definitely is affecting a lot of folks this morning. And for what? I mean, maybe there are some other circumstances. Maybe he does have some warrants, but to put so many people's lives in danger and then, of course, injury to others and property is just a problem. He's just kind of walking along. We made our way over to Handoon Avenue and Paxton. I'm saying that out loud just in case there are some law enforcement in the area, and we're keeping an eye on this guy right now. But I don't think this is where he lives. I think he basically just parked that vehicle and got out, and I'm sure he's on the phone trying to maybe pick up an Uber or maybe a friend and see where he can go from here. But right now, making our way out onto Paxton, that's that major street right there. And the irony continues as no law enforcement here right now just to apprehend that suspect.
After multiple rounds of evasion, the suspect suddenly stopped the vehicle and walked away as if nothing had happened. But immediately, units rushed in, subdued him, and successfully placed him in handcuffs. Fortunately, the incident ended without any injuries.
All-white vehicle we saw earlier on. We're going to move the Skyfox. I don't think this guy is going to give them any kind of trouble. He just doesn't look like that type. So we're going to keep an eye on him right there, and we're going to move Skyfox a little to the north, Olivier, so we can see him, take him into custody. But right now, this is definitely coming to an end. California Highway Patrol pulling that last card and getting this guy into cuffs.
All right, well, that's good to see that come to a conclusion, and he's down on the ground. It looks like he is going without a fight. So that's good to see.
Going without a fight, for sure.
Yeah.
Good to see.
All right, thank you,
we
Stu.
followed it all the way to the end.
A weird outcome there for this type of chase that was called off there, and then the suspect was just able to park the car and walk a couple of blocks, and now you're watching live here as the suspect there being arrested right now after putting a lot of lives in danger, as he was really reckless at times, going the opposite way and coming into oncoming traffic.
Running from the police is never the answer. It only makes things more dangerous. One reckless choice can destroy your future and endanger innocent lives. Follow traffic laws for your safety and the safety of the community. Of September 20, 2024, highway patrol officers spotted a red Dodge committing a traffic violation. However, instead of complying with the order, the driver suddenly accelerated and fled. This action instantly turned a minor offense into a dangerous chase, threatening the lives of people on the road.
Vehicle over on the 105 freeway in South LA, running red lights and driving very erratic at high speeds.
Yeah, it's a very dangerous high speeds here on La Cienega going northbound, and as he continues to go north, it will become a little bit more congested, especially on Friday night, and onto Venice Boulevard, which could give him a little bit more room there, but nonetheless, the want for this unusual. We were saying, Micah, that we haven't really heard of a want for this, something like this with tinted windows.
No, I mean, obviously you can be pulled over for that, and it has happened, and it does happen, but to hear somebody running based on that is highly unusual. Again, as Gil mentioned, this may well be a suspect that may have been involved in a street takeover near 120th and Main in Los Angeles. We do not know for certain. That is not confirmed, but we do know that it is a window tint violation at the very least. And again here now, a desperate suspect trying to get away now back on the freeway, heading eastbound on the 10, Gil.
The car sped away at high speed, repeatedly cutting off other vehicles, running red lights, and swerving into opposite lanes, terrifying other drivers. The suspect even turned off the headlights at night to evade capture, greatly increasing the risk of a fatal accident.
Zoom in here, you can see the windows are heavily tinted, really difficult to see inside all the way around this vehicle, so that's the reason why the CHP tried to pull it over, and it really just took off on them, going 100 miles an hour plus on that 105 freeway towards the 405 freeway. Went north on the 405 freeway, got off on surface streets, made its way onto the Marina freeway for a time, and then made its way here to the 10 now, in and out of traffic. The traffic is pretty moderate to heavy here on the 10 freeway right now.
Moderate to heavy, and he's making some really close calls right now, splitting lanes and weaving in and out of lanes with these cars, and at one point it looked like he almost hit 100 miles per hour here on the 10 freeway. Again, he's going eastbound here on the 10 freeway, making his way towards downtown Los Angeles as he's going from lane 1 all the way to 5 and back and forth, and trying to take over the other cars that are just minding their own business, not knowing what's coming for them. Do we have any units behind him, or are we just following him and tracking him from the air?
Boy, look at that, weaving in and out. CHP is saying, I'm here, we're not going anywhere, we're going to pull you over. So we'll see if the driver does comply and give up here, but he's going to go through that gore point last second, that officer making it through as well, and he's going to be, I believe this is South 5 freeway, let's see. I believe it's going to be South 5 from the 10 here.
That was a
He might have blown a tire when he went over that gore point.
Yeah. Looks like he's starting to slow down, and that's the first time that we've seen that, so there might be something wrong with the car.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he went through that gore point, and I think it was slightly raised or something. He definitely hit a bump there, the car jolted, and now he's slowing down to a stop. It looks like it's going to be over here on the 5 freeway transition, the 10 east to the 5 south.
Boy, that was very intense watching this just for the last, less than 10 minutes. And we see the suspect now coming out of the car. Let's see if there are other people that are inside this car as well.
Realizing there was nowhere to go and nothing to do. That was a very dangerous transition there at the last moment, diving over to the 5 southbound. That could have gone wrong in so many different ways, but CHP right there, and fortunately CHP was able to make that move as well and react.
The car came to a stop, and the driver stepped out but was quickly subdued and handcuffed by police. A woman in the passenger seat was also escorted out for questioning. Fortunately, this intense pursuit ended without anyone being injured.
And now the suspect is in custody with the CHP. Unsure again whether there's anyone else in the car, but a very dangerous situation coming to an end. Fortunately, no one was hurt.
Fortunately, no one was hurt. There we go. We do have another person in the car. It looks like it is a woman. And so, gosh, you can only imagine what it was like being a passenger with all that erratic and reckless driving that was happening not only on the freeways but also on surface streets and at the high speeds of over 100 miles per hour, splitting lanes and nearly clipping other drivers on the freeway. Just absolutely.
A minor violation like tinted windows is never worth risking your life. Running away only makes the situation worse, putting both yourself and the community in danger.